from class 3 from Dhriti Dinodia of School, Poonamallee branch. Today I am going to talk about the historical moment, the very important moment for our India, the Chandrayaan 3 landing on the moon. And it did not land on the normal or rather everyone lands. It landed on the South Pole. It became the first country to ever land on the South Pole, as it is really dangerous to go there and it's really dark. But India had the courage and the vision, and it finally gave us a good news. Our scientists had worked really hard to give us a satisfaction. They worked all day and night. They only got 4 hours of doing the extra work related to their job, of bathing, working, and eating food. Can you believe? We eat three times a day, and they hardly ate 1 time a day, just so they can land on the south pole of the moon. Before I start, let me give you a recap of Chandrayaan 3 launching. It was launched in Sriharikota, and it had the rover, lander, and etc. few parts. But as we were launching, we got a really happy news. As we know that the Chandrayaan 2 failed, but we got a news that the Chandrayaan 2's rover had somehow managed to escape. And when the scientists heard this news, they connected the Chandrayaan 3's rover to the Chandrayaan 2's rover. So if something happened to the Chandrayaan 2's rover, we can use the Chandrayaan 3's rover instead. It's a backup plan. Our scientists has worked really hard, but seeing our management of time, budget, and etc. few things, Russia also thought of going to the South Pole. Russia launched after we had launched Chandrayaan 3, but the 99% of chance was that the Russia's rocket will arrive first at the South Pole, but it didn't happen. Chandrayaan 3 was taking an orbitious route to save the fuel and the budget, but whereas the Russia's rocket was taking a plane and a direct route to the moon, so it took a lot of budget but a less time. But still, Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon first. No one has dared to go to such a place called South Pole. As you know, on the South Pole, it is really dark and dangerous. But there were many chances that we could find many resources and water. Behind those craters, there's not like 100 liter, no, 1 million ton of water hidden, and many resources we can't get here easily on the world or the India, and that is why Chandrayaan 3 decided to go to the south pole of the moon so we can find such resources and water. Now let us talk about the Chandrayaan 2's failure and Chandrayaan 3's effort to make that happen. In Chandrayaan 2, when it was launched, it was going all pretty well. But when it was landing, about 7.2 or 7 kilometers away from the moon, it had some technical issues which related to its hard landing, the crashing. And because of that, the Chandrayaan 2's mission failed. When they got a signal that it was going through a hard landing of the Chandrayaan 2, all the image, there are some devices connected to the Chandrayaan 2 which help us take to the devices, the images, and to give us some information about the Chandrayaan 2. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. All the devices were closed as it was going to a hard landing. But Chandrayaan 3's effort made sure that it won't let that happen. It has some expertise, very advanced technology which will help us to do a soft landing, not a hard landing. And let me tell you one more fun fact about Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 had to practice of landing and launching on the moon. So on the moon there's some type of sand, you can say, or soil present on the moon where we land. You must have seen in those movies or videos that when we step on the moon, our foot goes into it. Why? Because the soil is really soft there, and whenever we get our foot into it, it goes down. And as the Chandrayan's 2's failure, Chandrayaan 3 wanted to make it sure that that would happen. So it took some soil which was from Tamil Nadu, which is a really happy news. It was from Tamil Nadu, and it was like 99% same to the moon soil, and that is why in the ISRO, the management company of Chandrayaan 3, Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 1, they made us build a space and put all the sand there, and they practiced the Chandrayaan 3 landing and launching there. So you could be sure that the satellite is perfect before going there. So thank you, and I hope that we have learned something useful here about launching and the landing. So let us together say Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram. Thank you.